is a show that focuses on the person behind the Brony. I'm your host, OsakaJack. Please sit back and relax as we talk to this week's guest Brony. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Into the Spotlight. This is your host, OsakaJack. With me today, I have someone who is much closer to me than any of you guys are. He's only an hour away from me. Ha! An hour! That's right. Mr. Norman Sanzo. Hello.
Hello there. Wow, an hour. I think if you're saying an hour, it could be by plane. Because if I want to walk there or drive there, I need few transports.
If you can walk to a country that's bordered by ocean, I would be very impressed.
Oh, somebody did it before. I don't remember who.
I do remember that, yeah, crossing the English Channel with those large foam shoes, which gives you the idea of, wow, that's impressive, immediately followed by, wow, why?
YOLO, maybe?
I guess so. If your YOLO purpose is to wear foam shoes and walk across the English Channel, hey, more power to you.
Indeed, indeed.
No, but you are only an hour away by time zones.
Oh.
Whereas everybody else listening to me is 8 to 12 or, I don't know, what time is it there? It's evening for you guys? Psh, no. This will be released at 11 in the morning for me. So, yeah.
11 morning, let's see. I'm doing time conversion in my head. Could be a 12-hour, 13-hour gap, maybe.
Uh-huh, exactly. Well, if anybody is not familiar with you, can you describe what you do?
Wow, I don't get this. Oh, I don't get asked this a lot. But hello, everybody. My name is Norman Sanzo. I'm host for the MBS Show. The MBS Show is a podcast based in Malaysia, and we talk about ponies and stuff. I do write stuff down. Give me a second. Maybe I can read the spiel that I always do
okay.
on
That's
the.
okay. That's fine.
It's like, okay, here you are. Okay, what I do. The MBS Show is produced by Malaysian Bronies with your hosts, me, Norman Sanzo, Tasharina, Daniel Anthony, and Charlie. They are here to comment on everything My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and its fandom from a Malaysian point of view. That's the official spiel, but we just
okay.
Unofficially we just sit down, talk about ponies, and find friends. That's about it.
I like the second one better. I gotta say, just sit down, talk about ponies, make friends. Want to listen? Okay.
Join in and be amazed at how we derp. Oh God, the derps.
No, I fully understand that. Yeah, it's I am curious as to how many hours and minutes have been lost to tech derps in the last year. Just me alone, I know there have been quite a lot.
Surprisingly enough, for my show, it doesn't happen that often. Technical derps, I think. Well, okay, if you want to talk about technical derp, I just had one recently, and it's with Duo Cartoonists. They're responsible for Children of the Night.
Okay.
It was a pretty long interview. I think it was 2 hours. After those 2 hours, something went wrong. I think I don't have enough RAM, and my recording software, it kind of stopped. And I was like, oh God, what happened here? No. I had to literally stop the interview, save the file, take a listen, and if there were no audio tracks, I was like, oh God, no. I had to record it again, but luckily enough, there was an audio track, and I managed to salvage it.
Oh, good.
Backstory about that one is, I hadn't slept all day long. I had a recording at 1 with somebody, and then that ended at around 3.
Okay.
I talked to my co-host for an hour, and that was at 4.
Right.
I had this interview at 4 a.m. till I think was 2 hours, 4, 5, 6 a.m. So it's like I have not slept at all.
I understand that. It's fortunately most of my interviews I've been able to schedule them where it's either I wake up at 7, which is bad, but yeah, I can handle it, or I have to start at about 11 or midnights, which I usually go to bed about 1, so that's not so bad anyway. But yeah, occasionally you get one of those people, I can only do it at this time. Oh, that's 3 a.m. my time. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll set my alarm and we'll do the interview, and then I'll go back to bed for an hour and then get up and go to work. Okay.
Suffering for your art.
Indeed, yes. And I don't know about you, but I try to, suggest, well, if this time is good for you, or this time is good for you, that's fine. because those are times that I'm awake. But yeah, you get some people who just don't have the free time, and whatever they have, you got to make best of it. And
I understand. I totally understand. I had one interview with I'm trying to remember Annalie Heed.
okay,
The thing is, the way I want to work is I want to call in my partners or my co-hosts around, so at least it doesn't look like I'm hogging the whole show to myself.
okay,
But Annalie Heat, it was kind of a special date. Let me see the date. It was on April 5th. April
okay.
5th. What was that? April 5th? I think that's on a Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe something like that.
Mm,
So most of my co-hosts, they have day jobs or they
right.
have school work or college or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't ask them, stop what you're doing and let's do this. I
Right.
couldn't do that. Oh, that's on a Friday. So I couldn't ask them to do it because, well, what kind of boss would I be if I asked them to drop whatever they're doing? So anyway, I
Sure.
had to handle the whole interview myself, and luckily enough, it was a success.
That's great.
And having Andy Heat on, it was fun.
She's a gem. She's really, really nice.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is.
I enjoyed speaking with her. Yeah, it was a similar thing. I think I don't think I was at my prime during her interview, just because I think I was recording at 5 a.m.
Oh God.
I think
Oh.
I have to say though, I mean, I've mentioned this a few times before, but my interview with Amy Keating Rogers,
Oh.
she could only do it at one certain time, and that was 3:30 in the morning for me.
I
And
know how you
that
feel.
was the night that I passed a kidney stone, or
Oh.
was passing a kidney stone. So yeah, I woke up at 2:30, like went to the bathroom. Please come out, please. No, not coming out. Okay, okay. And I was like, I had my finger on the mute button. So the whole interview, I was like, really? That sounds interesting. Mute. Oh God, God. Uh-huh. And what did you do then?
Oh, that takes a lot of guts, man.
It was a good opportunity, and I'm glad I did it. But, ow, that was.
Oh.
I figure at the very least it's a good story to tell later, like I am now. But yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah. So if anybody missed it in that long spiel that we just had, he is the host of the MBS Show, the Malaysian Brony Show. I have to ask though,
Mm-hmm.
the MBS Show. What does the S stand for?
Uh, I knew that was going to pop up.
Uh-huh. Because
There,
it's the
there's
Malaysian Brony Show.
okay. For That's the thing. Like people like on other shows or other interviews I've been on,
Mm.
they say I'm Norman Sanzo from the Malaysian Brody Show, and yay! I kind of back then I corrected them,
Uh-huh.
but I I kind of like, yeah, whatever. My show for you guys in America is called the Malaysian Brony Show.
Okay.
Locally, we're called the MBS Show. The reason for the MBS is um, a Malaysian Brony Society show because
Okay. All right.
um,
So it's not a double.
no,
Okay.
it's not a double. It's not like ATM
Right,
machine.
right, right. I was going to mention that specifically. Or
No, but
pin number. Uh-huh.
the reason for the name is because way back when, before I started the whole show,
Mm.
is I came from a group on Facebook, and it was called the Malaysian Brony Society on Facebook.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to meet around, talk to people, and then like one, I saw the community, and it was, oh, these guys are friendly and these guys are approachable. I should do a show with them,
Mm.
or I should try at least try do a podcast.
Right.
And well, I talked to a few people, and they say yes, we could try and do it, and we did it. And well, um, it's almost been a year, coming up to 75 episodes.
Wow.
Wow, not bad. And sure, a few people came in and out, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing. It's just normal. It's just
That
normal.
happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you just briefly mentioned it, but you're approaching your 75th episode. As of recording this, 75th episode is about to be released.
Yeah, it's going to be released tomorrow.
Okay.
Wait, time zones and
So tomorrow for us, by the time this interview is released, who knows?
all I can say is going by date. It's
Right.
going to be released on August 13th. Yes.
Okay. All right. That works. That's good of you to have that. I do not have specific dates until usually the week before. I'm like, okay, this week let's release eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. I had an artist last week, so let's have somebody who isn't an artist go.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I mean, for the way you do your show is it's all pre-recorded and it's all stacked. Like you have interview 5 people and you have 5 people stacked.
Well,
The way
yeah, my free time comes in waves, and this week I've got a lot of it, so I'm doing a lot of interviews. Next month, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have any free time, so I got to prepare for it now.
oh, your is better because the way I do it is, I find a guest, or at least I try to find a guest on for this week.
Uh-huh.
So after finishing the interview or finishing my show and posting it up, I'll hunt down whoever I can hunt down and ask them, "Would you like to be on?" And usually it takes like if I search on Tuesday, maybe I'll get a reply on Wednesday.
Okay.
If I'm not that lucky, maybe on Friday,
Right.
and I record on a Saturday. So it's all chaos for me.
Yeah, I can understand that. I've had weeks like that. Yeah.
No, but overall, it's fun. It's just fun. It sounds like I'm complaining, but in truth, it's just fun.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
just that stress that I'm having. Ay, ay, ay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would agree. It causes a lot of stress, but I mean, it's a labor of love. Frankly, if you're doing something like this and you don't love doing it, then there's no reason to continue. It's
That's true.
I
That's
don't
true.
get money for. I don't know. Do you get sponsorship or like huge contracts or government
I
refunds or
wish.
something? No.
I wish. I've been debating on should I put a donate button or not. I've been thinking about it. Like, should I not? Because I should because I want cash so I could send stuff to people for prizes. But like, am I that popular enough to do it yet? But I don't know. I'm debating.
Yeah.
Basically, if I get the cash, I won't be spending it on myself to buy video games or whatnot. I'll be using that money to ship stuff to you guys out there. Like recently, I did what you call this contest on. Basically, it's a contest to win the Element of Harmony book. You know that book?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically I ask questions, you answer them, and if you win, I'll ship it to you, no matter where you are around the world.
Oh, pretty cool.
Luckily, the winner was a local person, so yay, shipping won't hurt.
That's good.
Yeah, but I would be willing to send it off to where's the farthest place from me? Alaska? Yeah, I don't mind shipping to
Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland. There, why not? Ship it there. I don't care. Like you answer my ridiculous questions, so yeah, you win.
That's nice. Do you have a set schedule for releasing the episodes, or just whenever they're ready?
Well, not really. The way I do things is I put a mandatory release date on myself.
Okay.
Finish editing everything by Monday or Sunday,
Right.
and release it on Tuesday around noon.
Okay.
So that will give like noon my local time, and then on the States, if it's a 12-hour gap, it'll be 12 a.m. on a
Right.
Tuesday. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's the set release that I set on myself.
Okay. But there's no specific show release time.
Like I try to make it specific to Tuesday at 12 p.m.
Okay.
That's about it. But I don't do any promises because I think last week I posted it super late because I had a rough night and I woke up at 2.
I can follow that. Okay. Oh. I I have to ask.
Okay.
Glancing at your shows, episode 59.
Episode 59. Let me take a look, see.
It's called Crash and Burn.
Oh,
and
goodness.
it was 12 and a half minutes.
Oh, 12 and a half minutes. Let me see who was that on. Because if that's 12 and a half minutes, I think that's is with me alone.
Ah, okay, I see.
Let me double check because it's funny because the whole naming the episode thing didn't start until episode 20, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's me alone because nobody was free.
Okay.
Yep, that's just me alone. Let me see if I open the show. Okay, anyone? All right. You can see the show notes there, and yeah, it was just me alone. And the trick was, I kind of said that on show. I said, okay, I'm going to do this unedited, so all dubs included. Yay!
Nice.
And in there, like I wanted to kill more time. Like oh, I wanted to have more time. So let's see what's on EQD today.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what's going on? Is there anything? No, nothing. So let's move on. Yeah, yeah. It was total chaos, but it was fun. It was fun.
Oh sure, sure. Have you ever considered doing a live show?
Oh, we did.
Oh,
Live show as in, well, technically live stream like how Dusty
mm,
Cat does it, or
okay. Yeah,
even
yeah, yeah. I was
uh,
thinking, have you ever thought of doing just live streamed and record it and release it on YouTube later?
nothing to that degree. But we did
Okay.
a live show for our first year anniversary, and
Oh,
if you do look at the YouTube page, it's on episode 52,
okay.
the MBS show, the live show. Basically, it's celebrating 1 year of doing the show because in a year you have 52 weeks. So
Right.
yay.
Mm-mm-mm. Actually, I'm sorry, gotta correct you real fast. 1 year is 52 weeks and a day.
Well, technically, and if you damn, stop, you got me there.
And I dislike being pedantic about many things, but I have to specifically say that just because my vacation to Everfree Northwest this year happened because a year is not exactly 52 weeks.
52 weeks and a day. All right,
Uh-huh.
got it.
My school's schedule is 48 weeks on, 4 weeks off. And so, I have a total of 4 weeks vacation throughout the year. But even if you add up those, every year you fall one day behind in the schedule. So our schedule had started to become like the middle of July started our August schedule. And it's like, we need an extra week off to make up for this. So I suggested, well,
Uh,
can we take it here? And it got accepted.
Yay! Every now west, here I come.
Yep.
Oh,
Essentially, that's how it did. Yeah.
yeah. But technically, if you want to count about it, we didn't really rant for 52 weeks straight because on our first episode, there was a gap. Like I recorded this week, I didn't record on the next week
Mm-hmm.
because on that week my sister had her wedding, so I kind
Okay.
of had to miss it. So okay,
Well,
missed
sure.
episode. What to do? But that was one. That was only. Sorry, that was the one word I'm looking for. That was the only week that I didn't record an episode because
Okay.
of that,
Right. Right.
and I have not missed an episode since.
Oh, very nice. I'm curious though. On the YouTube page, it only goes back to episode 5.
That's an interesting story and a funny
Okay.
one to be exact.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I'm
Okay,
guessing copyright issues and somebody else stole the first 4 and just like ran away and you're still searching for them. But
no, not really, because the way I did it originally was I had the website to be my main focus.
uh-huh.
So everything was done at the website, so the
Okay.
mbsshow.com. So it started there really. So
Mm,
if
mm,
you go to the mbsshow.com website and you look at the February post,
mhm.
you'll notice something different because on that post, I post my show on SoundCloud.
Oh, okay, okay.
And SoundCloud seems like a good idea before, like,
Mhm.
oh, you just access my site, click play
Right.
um on the player there, and then like, yeah, you just do stuff.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But the problem with that was, how do I put this? SoundCloud has a limit of how many hours you can put your show or have a recording on, and
Right.
SoundCloud was not really meant for podcasts.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so the first four was yay, and then like, what? Episode 5 couldn't be uploaded because I reached my time limit. Ah,
so so every podcast will be 4 episodes and then I don't know, start a new account, I guess.
that would be cool, but no. Just
Yes.
imagine how many email account you need to do for
Oh,
like 55 episodes of. Oh, just no, just
you
no.
would be approaching your 20th account by now.
SoundCloud has. Oh, we seem to have really high demand for podcasts now. Hmm.
All these 20 accounts seem linked to the same person. That's really odd that 20 people live with him and do 20 different podcasts.
No, but seriously, go if you want to listen to the first four. Go to the website and
Mm,
link it there. I might do a recap thing where I just put it on the YouTube again just for
mhm.
fun. But yeah, it was not fun. For thinking about it, the original episodes they were not fun and they were not good.
Well, there's something I've seen it a bit on Tumblr. There is something where an artist will be forced to take one of their first drawings and something that they did, and I think the time limit is 2 years, and it's supposed to be you take a drawing that you did 2 years ago and then you redraw it as you're able to now.
Mm.
And if you look at some of those pictures, they are absolutely amazing at the difference that they get in even a year or 2 years of just practice. And I can guarantee you the same thing applies to interviews.
Oh,
And
true
I
indeed.
think if you'd get the same people in the same situation as you had your first episode, it would be so much better now. And me as well, I'm sure.
True indeed, true indeed. I noticed a few things with the way I talk and the way I interview people, or just
Hmm.
the way I interact with people online. I noticed there's a few changes here and there. Oh, I say things like this, I say things like that.
Hmm.
And I noticing that I'm derping a lot because I got no idea why I'm stuttering. I don't know. That didn't happen before. Now it's
Yeah.
kind of a deal that I'm having right now.
Huh.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But it's just funny. It's just funny all around.
I know that with mine, if I listened to the raw data on the first few interviews, I was sniffling so much directly into the microphone. I had to cut out like every single.
Oh.
I'm like, cut, cut, cut. Taking forever to edit this show.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean because back in the day, I had like sore throats and coughing so much. And
Okay,
then like,
yeah.
okay, do this, do that, and then suddenly like, oh, I cough, oh, because I muted. The way I record stuff is I record through GarageBand, and everybody goes through GarageBand. I don't have some fancy filters, so I may mute Skype,
Right.
but the recording picks what I do still.
Gotcha. I understand.
So I have to be really careful when I want
Sure.
to cough or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah. Or if you put it on mute and just start singing a song and it comes back and they're like, "That was beautiful, man." Oh, you heard that. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Uh, what would you say? What's one of the more challenging interviews that you've done?
Challenging.
And
There's a
that could either be, in speaking to the person or even just in getting a time arranged for them to come on the show.
Oh, well, there's a few I can't remember because the my brain don't remember stuff as good as before,
Sure.
and it comes and go. Like
Mm.
most challenging guests or most interesting guests would be Shikari Speeder.
Okay, okay.
He's an interesting guest. He
Yeah, he's a
really
great guy.
he talks fast. I don't know how to explain it, but he talks fast. He really interacts
Sure.
good, and well, he's too much for Dan to take. So yay, it's gonna be awesome. So you take it in stride. And then
Sure.
there's time issues where how do I put this? Certain hours didn't work for certain people, so I have to go to that person. If he says I can record at 3 p.m. your time, sorry, 3 a.m. your time, and then
Exactly.
like I really want to talk to this person. Okay, let's go. Green light it.
Well, I was thinking it's specific when you mentioned going to the person. You did an interview with Black Griffin.
Oh, that one, yes.
I will.
That one,
I'll let you tell the story because it is a good one.
well, that one was nothing interesting really. The way it works was Black Griffin came down to Singapore and he did a tweet saying, I'll be in Singapore this week with my group and show doing stuff.
Hmm.
So I thought, hey, Griff, I'm in Malaysia, so we should meet. And he said, yeah, cool. I'm planning something with Norman Jaden. Kelvin Defskar.
Right.
Or, how do you say his name? I got no idea.
I'd say Calvin,
So
but yeah, okay.
yeah, so he says, I'll be meeting up. So cool. I'll try and go there. So
Mm.
I did. So hang out with him, talk with him and stuff. The interview, that was an interesting part because it almost didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
So the way it was is we had food, we had lunch, we had dinner at McDonald's, and he loved his cheeseburger. He says our cheeseburgers are small.
Yeah, I would agree that the Asian cheeseburgers are small. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
anyway,
agree.
he ate and we went back to his hotel.
Hmm.
And we were kind of wondering how should we do this interview because I'm thinking of doing a one-on-one like what we're doing right now,
Right.
talking, no
Sure.
interference.
Uh huh.
And then like, you know what? We should have everybody on. We should do a live show. So we did a live show. I had my friend. His name is Carvin Funtime.
Okay.
He took my camera and took pictures. That's how you see the thumbnail in the show.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He took the picture. So anyway, I didn't have a recording device. So you know what? I have an iPhone. iPhones are great.
Yeah.
There, use it. asked questions, did stuff. And that interview, I wish I was on video because he did a lot of crazy stuff. And if anybody heard his live stream, he had this laser which could burn stuff.
Yep. My interview with him, it was difficult to get him to sit down and talk, which was fine. He was a very animated guy, and you see what I did there? The joke.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. No, but yeah. I completely understand. I've spoken with him myself. That was heck. I didn't speak with him in person. He's one of the few other bronies in Japan, and I haven't spoken to him in person yet.
Oh, he's a hard guy to contact with.
I know. I'm joking. I understand how busy schedules everybody has.
True. Yep. I understand. And this is not the first time. I met him a second time too.
Oh, okay.
And the second time was with another friend. He calls himself the Shine Elsman. So we went to Singapore again to meet him. And he was performing for his Navy band.
Right.
And if you guys have a chance to go see him play live, go do, because he can really perform.
Yep. I may have seen that one live streamed. I'm not sure. I saw one performance of his band live streamed just a few months ago, I think.
It could be that way. I'm not 100% sure, but
possibly.
His show is really good. It's really good.
Indeed, it is. Yeah. Have you had a chance to interview anybody else live?
Live? Not really. I'm trying to think. And no, we don't do live interviews that much. We're trying to go there. We're trying to move to that, going to do live thing, but there's a few hiccups in between because A, we didn't have the right account. B, we didn't have the right equipment. And C, we didn't have the confidence yet.
I see. Okay. That makes sense. It takes time to build some of those things.
True. I mean, you could do it seriously if you really want to do it. You just could do a live stream account and just press record and play and announce to the world. But I'm trying to do it slowly. If I want to do it, I want to make it awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that vein, I mean, occasionally I will get people asking me for advice, but what would you say? What are some of the larger difficulties that you've overcome in doing an interview show?
Well, here I think the progression that I did with my show was show notes. Show notes are important.
Okay.
Build a show note. Think on how you want to do your show. Basically, it's for my show. If you look at my show notes, it's basically. Give me a second. I say basically. I'm derping. Anyway, what you want to do is find a format that you like. I think another show, they follow another format from another show. It's how to say, it's copying another show that you like and adopting it as your own. And my show is adopting Bronyville's format where they have certain things, but I twist it to my own because I don't have emails and nobody sends me emails.
Okay. Sure.
So how I would explain to my guests is basically the spiel before recording is the flow of the show works as I have intros. I introduce myself, I introduce my co-host, and then I introduce you. And before each show, before we start each show, I ask them for important questions, which is who is your favorite character? What is your favorite episode? How did you become a fan of the show? And what do your family and friends think about your love for the show? Then we move on to housekeeping, where we just basically say, oh, this week we did this, and it's awesome. Or if we have nothing, we just say nothing.
Right.
And move on to news topic and news time, and we just say what's in the news.
So it sounds like, from your perspective, preparation is really important to your show.
Yes, true. And the way I work, the way my show work is, if I don't have a guest, I'll still have a show.
Okay, yeah, and that's a good point. Yeah, and I know a lot. Like, my show probably would not be nearly as interesting to everybody if there was nobody for me to talk to.
Yeah, I think your show is catered around talking about somebody.
Yeah, if I was just saying, so if I did have somebody, then I would ask them this, and then they might say this, and then, okay, I don't know.
Have you ever did an episode about yourself where people interview, you could ask people to interview you on your show?
I have not done that, but it is an idea that I'm tossing around, and I'm thinking, I don't know. Possible is all I'll say right now. It's not a new idea to me, but it It's not a definite thing, and that's all I'll say about it right now. Yeah.
Because I think I remember my co-host pulling the table on me, and sorry, flipping the table on me and asking me questions like I was the guest for that week. And it was like, what? Really? I'm the guest?
I think I did that to you for a bit, didn't I?
I think so. No,
Yeah.
yeah, because we asked you questions.
Yeah.
No, but it was fun. It was fun. Seriously, it was fun.
Yeah.
I don't remember where the episode was, but they turned the table on me and they asked me questions like, "How do you enjoy? How do you do?" And it was just chaotic. Seriously.
I think that's interesting when that happens. One of my favorite EFN interviews is when Final Draft spoke with Tabitha St. Germain, and she started to just ask him a bunch of questions, and he was a little bit flabbergasted at her asking them, but he answered them, and it became really interesting. I really liked that. I prefer it so much when it's two people interacting rather than a person reading off of just questions.
Oh.
When did you come to the city?
Oh. I used to do that. Where
Oh, me too.
yeah. When I mean I used to do that is I had a list of questions wrote down, and it was kind of mandatory back then because I had crew and I wanted to greenlit the questions.
Sure.
Now I just couldn't be bothered anymore because
Right.
yeah, whatever. Like you have a brain, use your brain. We go on the spot. Like yay.
Yep. I think the main thing in my mind, if somebody wants to write down every question they're going to ask, fine. If that's works for your style, go with it. If you want to write down nothing at all and just wing it the entire time, all right, sure, go for it. Is for me the only thing I would say, if there's any advice, whatever you're doing, if it produces dead air, then you need to adjust.
Oh yeah, true. That's true.
Unless it's a pause for dramatic effect.
Oh. The fun thing about editing is you can put that pause for dramatic effect whenever you want.
Very true. Perhaps I should put a dramatic pause here and just see if it works.
Yeah, that's true. Or it could be anyway, really.
Yeah, that true. Of course, you can always audio not working.
Yeah, true. And it's not really. What were we talking about? I forgot.
Well, okay. I guess we're back after that technical derp, and now we got our computer. For anybody listening, we didn't stop recording once right there. That was just funny. Okay.
Yep.
Well, a question that I ask in all of my interviews, in all of My Little Pony, what would you say is the one line or one scene that defines you as a brony?
I remember you asking me this question, and
Yep.
I remember my answer so well. And I don't know. I don't want to change it because it was played so well. When I first heard that line, it was in Keep Calm and Flutter On. And the line was, "Well played, Fluttershy, well played."
Yep.
And that is the line I'm going to use because, well played, My Little Pony, well played.
Yep. I would absolutely agree. Yes.
Just looking at this fandom and just looking at the whole situation that we're doing right now is My Little Pony is a show for little girls, yet adult latch on it like it's the Game of Thrones or Halo 4.
And there have been a lot of crossover fictions and images that combine all of those. And hey, go for it. Sure.
Yeah, and just thinking about it, like this would not happen if we are not in this fandom, really.
Very true. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I somehow can't imagine a fandom like this appearing over like World War Z or some other reasonably popular item. But I suppose it's possible. But
I don't know. It could be possible, but the level that we are at, the level that we are at now, it's really, really unimaginable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, registered charity organizations and.
Oh yeah, true. And
what I did find hilarious is, I don't know. I'm thinking specifically of Care Bears.
Oh, okay.
And my point of this is just, when Care Bears was released, it became obvious that bronies were out there and bronies had money to spend and were willing to spend it. And they started to try to create bronies for the Care Bear show. And I think they attempted to call them like Belly Buddies or something like that. Like Belly Brothers. I don't know. It failed so badly.
From what I heard, that was not official. That was kind of their spokesperson doing stuff.
Sure, sure.
From what I understand, I'm not 100% sure.
I just think it's funny that they even with a spokesperson, attempted to create it
Oh
because
yeah.
it, as far as I could tell, I mean, the bit that I did watch of Care Bears, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's not
It
bad. It
was
was not bad.
enjoyable. Just I didn't feel like starting up a convention for it.
I don't know. It didn't grab me like how ponies did. And
True.
interestingly enough, ponies, the reason why it got popular is because of YouTube and the internet.
Yep.
How easy accessible it was. And with Care Bears, they're not doing that.
Yeah, that's another good point. Yep.
The way I like to think is Japanese marketing for card games.
True. Yeah.
Because the way they do it is an evil, evil way.
Hmm.
They show anime card games like let's just say Yu-Gi-Oh, Cardfight
Uh-huh.
Vanguard, or Duel Monsters back in the days,
Right.
and then the idea is this is a big advertisement, like how they do for ponies, basically to advertise stuff.
Right.
And once you look at those cards and stuff, like, oh my god, I want to buy that card because it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Release date, there's this and then go buy. You buy, and people upload it to YouTube because they want to watch and they want to get hype.
Yep.
I think Bushido, how they do it is they show a full season.
Hmm.
After a full season's done, okay, take it down, take it down. You can't post it there anymore. But people have already bought their cards. Now season two. Okay, we're going to close a blind eye. Go buy cards. After that's done, okay, take it down, take it down, take it down.
Yep. And it works.
I know they got a lot of money
they're
about it.
they're good about it. Right now, I know that every time I watch Pony here, I can tell you exactly what the commercials are going to be.
Really? No?
Oh yeah, before they happen, because it's always the same commercials. It's, of course, some Bushiroad commercials for their, actually not for their card game, but for their smartphone games.
Ooh, okay.
So similar to the Game Loft, freemium ones where you can play for free, but you're not going to win until you spend money type things.
Okay.
But then it will also do Warner Music Japan. I think Warner Music.
Oh.
Uh, the same label that it covers the actress who does Pinkie Pie, her
Oh.
debut album, and the new intro theme songs group, which I don't even bother learning their names. The music video that they have, not the pony one, but the actual girls singing,
Mm-hmm.
they can't even lip sync to themselves. Every single one of them, if you watch all of them, it looks like they're doing pretty well. But if you watch any one of them, they will glance over often because they have forgotten the words.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what they chose to use as a video. I'm like, why would you release that? But,
I don't know. Maybe they see. I don't know. I mean, I have problems with Japanese bands that are built like that because I can tell you straight, I'm not a big fan of um, Korean pop singers who
okay.
build a band like that. No, it's just not me. And then, yeah, I don't
Eh,
really like Korean. Yeah, no, I don't like the pop stars. Ugh.
I can understand. I mean, everybody has their own likings to it. And hey, if people want to do it. Right now, I know that Pepsi over here has teamed up with Momohiro Clover Z, which is the
Mm.
new girl group.
Oh,
And if you buy 1.5 liters of Pepsi, you get a ticket that allows you a chance to. I don't know. It's something. Just
it's everywhere. Back then, they did what for soccer players? Like they promoted with soccer players and stuff.
oh yeah. I mean, there's always something going on, and
Yeah.
it's how they make money. And if somebody chooses to spend their money on bands like that, well, more power to them, I suppose.
True, true.
Just not my cup of tea, and I don't like tea, so
I love tea. I don't know why. I just love tea. Tea and coffee. Tea more actually.
I wish I liked tea because it would be cheaper for me to drink, but no, I don't like tea. I wish I did. Yeah. All right.
Oh, no
Irrelevant.
problem. We're talking about Pepsi. Back in the day, you remember Pepsi Man?
Yes, I remember Pepsi Man.
Oh, he was a great advertising market for Pepsi back in the day, and he
Yeah.
was a Japanese thing.
Yeah, he was cool.
I know.
I don't know why they stopped using him. Right now, they're big on Pepsi Nex, which is
Oh,
like 0 calorie. So they're trying to promote it by having thin people drink it on television and then play music and yeah.
wow, that's creative.
Yeah, yeah. If it works, I know that recently at a local supermarket. You can buy Pepsi Next anywhere, but that's the only type of Pepsi you can buy. You can't buy regular Pepsi at all. And I like Pepsi. And a supermarket had cans of Pepsi for sale. And I asked them, do you have a case in the back? I want to buy a case. And they said, no, I'm sorry, we only have those. I said, dang it. So I bought 15 cans. And the next day I went back and there were 20 more. I'm like, wait a minute.
You lied to me.
And I bought 9 more. And the next day there were 30 more. I'm like, okay, now hold on. You're I didn't ask for a specific price. I wanted to pay the same price. I just wanted 24. Ah!
I think it could be one of those situations where they know what you want, but they can't sell it because we can't sell boxes.
But I just wanted the cans. Just scan one can times 24 and let me carry it in a convenient way that doesn't involve a lot of rattling cans bumping against each other in my bag. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
It could be that they're making fun of the American. Like, look at the American. He's buying his Pepsi. Let's make fun of him.
Could be. That's entirely possible. But you know what? I got Pepsi, so fine. Mock me all you like. I don't mind being in the zoo as long as you throw me peanuts once in a while.
Once in a while, if I'm in a zoo, I want peanuts every time, man. I ain't performing for no nuts.
Well, are there any big upcoming things for the MBS show that you can release, or no?
Well, technically, once this interview is out, it'll be done. But
okay.
Well, why not? Episode 75 is with an interview with the founder of EQD, and there's a special episode after that. It's with give me a second. I'm derping on their name. It's duo cartoonists. They're Lionheart Cartoon and Spirit. They're the people responsible for Children of the Night.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So
funny thing about I can't wait to release it. And funny thing about Lionheart, I've known him a while before the Brony fandom, and I'm shocked to discover that.
Really? That's interesting. Huh.
Because way back when, before I was a Brony and stuff, I was in the Kim Possible fandom.
Okay.
And it was pretty fun. It was okay. It was our own little niche market there.
Right.
And we did stuff. And certain people had certain popularity, and he was one of them.
Ah, okay. I see.
And surprisingly enough, he turned to the Brony fandom, and oh my goodness, was it a shock for me to discover that he was a Brony.
I would argue that I would say that at least most of Bronies have been fans of other animations in the past.
Oh, that's true.
Possibly not to the extent that we are now, but I doubt there are any people who, I hate animation. I'm never gonna, I love Pony so much. I don't think it was that big of a change for them.
Yeah, true. I know a few people like that. I mean, from talking to Lion, he said that he enjoyed cartoon back in the day. So watching ponies, there was nothing dramatic. It was no dramatic change for him. So it was natural.
Right. I could see it. I'm sure there are people who would never watched animation in earnest that are now Bronies, but I don't think they would be as prolific.
Oh, true indeed. I mean, to have our level of dedication, you need to have a few stuff. Like for me, I am big into the cartoons and anime. So for me to enjoy ponies, it's not that bad. Thinking about some other people like who enjoy music, like example Mando, I got no idea how he became a fan of the show, but he enjoys the show. And that's interesting. I wonder what his background was.
Yeah, that's true. Which is why shows like ours can survive, because people find out. Ha-ha!
Indeed. We ask the questions that people are dying to know, like what you had for breakfast.
Actually, I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm kind of. Oh no, wait! I had some cheese Danish.
Oh, really? No, this sounds fun. I haven't yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you
no. Okay. I'm not a breakfast person. So, yay, you're good. I'm not a breakfast person, so you're okay.
All right. Well, everybody, we have been speaking with Norman Sanzo from the MBS Show, the Malaysian Brony Show. Everybody, be sure to follow them on YouTube and check out the website, mbsshow.com. Is that it?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. And look for his upcoming 75th episode to be released soon. And I'm assuming he'll have a huge giveaway gala for the 104th episode, and like everybody who listens in gets a prize or something
Oh,
sent to them. Yeah.
I hope so,
Yeah.
because right now I'm trying to get supplies for blind bags. Like, blind bags, anybody who comes, get a blind bag. I hope I can do that. And whoever chooses, like, recently I went to Singapore and they're trying to promote the blind bags over there.
Mm.
And we went to a Toys R Us, and oh boy, did they really took the time to scan each code to find whatever pony they wanted.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
yeah, that's kind of why when the rare occasions where I'm able to order that, I just order the box. So I'm like, all right, I've got one of each and only one of each, and I'm pleased with this. This is fine.
yeah. So if I were to do it, I'll buy one box and just use that box to giveaways. Yeah, you come for the show, yay! You get a prize. You get a prize. Everybody gets a prize until the box is empty.
Yep. All right, everybody, be sure to check out the YouTube video and his shows that are released mostly weekly.
Yeah, well, it's actually bi-weekly, really. There's
Okay.
no gap. So weeklies, yay! Unless I got sick or I couldn't post the stuff. So
Oh, let's hope
knock on wood.
let's hope that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone, we've been speaking with Norman Sanzo. Thank you so much for coming by.
No problem. It was my pleasure.
Everyone, this has been Into the Spotlight with OsakaJack on Everfree Network. We'll catch you next time.